these roads with you. Can't remember the last time.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So excited today to be using the new Naked Heat palette from Urban Decay. I literally, when I saw the first pictures of this palette coming out, I feel like everyone and their mother literally went batshit crazy, because who the hell doesn't love a warmed tone eyeshadow palette? Like, please. The packaging and the whole collection is literally absolutely stunning, and you're gonna see me in this video trying it out. There was a lot of mixed reviews up until this point, so this is just my opinion on it. So I really hope you guys enjoy this video and the look that I created. I use a bunch of new stuff, so there's a few first impressions in here too. So definitely make sure to show your support and give this video a thumbs up and leave me a comment, and definitely make sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, because I would love to see you in my next video. But yes, without further ado, if you'd like to see how I use the new Naked Heat palette, what I think of it, and then just this whole look in general, then please keep watching. Okay, so even though this is kind of a first impressions for the palette, I have a few new products here that I don't think I've actually used in tutorials yet, so it's a few new first impressions. And the first one is going to be my moisturizer. So this is the Tatcha Water Cream. Oh my god, I love any sort of I can't open it. I love any sort of, oh come on, oh there we go. I love any sort of moisturizer that has a really like wet feel to it. And I've used this one a couple of times, but I thought in case some of you are kind of into your luxurious skincare or like to spend a bit more on your skincare and you have dry skin, I definitely recommend this one. Although, even though it's water-based, I feel like this one actually specialised in oilier skin, or like combination skin, which does make sense because it has a lot of hydration to it, and that helps kind of disperse the oils all around your skin without like kind of blocking them, if that makes sense, because a lot of primers and stuff that are meant for oilier skin can be some of those like smoothing ones, and then that just kind of like blocks the oil, which is good to a certain extent, but it doesn't really like help. So this moisturizer honestly feels so good. Woo! As you can probably already tell, we are doing our skin first, because I asked you guys on Twitter if you wanted winged or blown out, and you all said blown out. Or most of you said blown out, which I'm kind of happy about because that's kind of my favourite eye look at the moment. But for primer, I'm going to take the Touche Éclat Blur Primer. Now, I got this as a little sample from the Allure beauty box that you might have seen on my Snapchat. But yesterday, I went to a YSL event and they actually gave me the full size, which I'm so happy about because this is amazing. It has like little gold reflex in it, and even though I would say I have like normal to dry skin, I don't feel like this blocks pores or anything like that, and it doesn't like not feel hydrating on my skin. It feels just so soft, and then anything I put on the top literally just like glides on perfectly. So I'm just buffing that into my skin like I usually would. But yeah, I haven't used this in a tutorial because I've only recently been testing out and seeing how my makeup lasts with it, and I'm really impressed. I mean, it doesn't leave like the gold speckles on your face, which I'm kind of sad about in a weird way, but it feels so soft, and the combination of that primer and the moisturizer literally leaves my skin feeling like a baby's butt. As you can see, my face is a lot paler than my body right now. So I'm gonna use a old fave. This is the Studio Fix Fluid Foundation. This is in the shade, oh no, NC40, to match my tan. And my skin is kind of bad at the moment. It's because I slept in my makeup last night. Don't ask, I'm so upset about it. But it always happens, and that's why I don't do it. And to be fair, I didn't intend to do it, it was an accident. But so I'm just going to be applying this all over my face, just because this, if you haven't tried it, although I feel like if you're looking for a go-to foundation for a night out and you still haven't found the right one, Studio Fix is always a go-to for me. I don't know why, it just looks really good in pictures. It has a really nice coverage. It's like medium to full. You can really build it up and work with it. The annoying thing is the shade ranges are very like either very yellow or quite pink. So it is one of those foundations I wear like after I've fake tanned or something, so I've got that yellow undertone going on. Yeah, I haven't used this in ages, and I kind of wanted this to be like a full not like full glam. Actually, who the hell am I kidding? Of course I want it to be full glam. And like I said, this foundation just gives such a good coverage, and I feel like it always has a really nice finish and looks good. Gotta make sure to get your ears. Okay, now we are sufficiently fixed up. I'm gonna use the L'Oreal True Match Concealer in the shade Vanilla, and that's gonna help lighten up my foundation a little bit and really brighten up underneath my eyes. And I really love the consistency of this concealer. I don't know if you guys saw when I used it in my drugstore first impressions the first time. I couldn't believe I'd not used it before. Like, I love the L'Oreal True Match foundation, so it would only make sense that I would love this concealer. And I do. And I really love how like yellow the undertone is on this one, just because that will really help to brighten up underneath our eyes. So I'm just going to use my beauty blender again and just dab, dab, dab. And then I always like to apply a little bit like more underneath, and then on the beauty blender take it up onto my eyelid, and that way I kind of prime my eyes ready for the eyeshadow without, you know, having to like use another product, because concealers are actually a really good eye primer. Okay, so now that it's all blended in, I'm going to go ahead and set everything in place with my powder, but I am going to leave the powder baking underneath my eyes, just because I did try out this Naked palette like literally yesterday, but I did it in a way that I didn't really test all of the colours, so I don't know what the fallout is going to be like. So I'm going to leave some powder underneath my eyes just in case there is fallout, and we can catch it and swoop it away. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that. And also, while I'm setting it in place with powder, I am going to go ahead and do my eyebrows, and for that I'm going to use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow in Blonde, and then set it all in place with the L'Oreal Brow Artist Plumper in Light Medium, and then I'll be back and we can start doing the eyes, because I know that's what we are all excited for. So we are back, eyebrows are done, and we are baking under the eyes. So now it is time to do the eyes using the new Naked Heat palette from Urban Decay. I am so excited for this. It comes with a brush. Should I try the brush out too? We'll try the brush out too, why not? So like I said, I did use it literally yesterday, but only used a couple of crease colours, so I'm going to use literally everything from the palette in this tutorial, including lid colours and everything. So I am going to start with this shade here called Sourced. That crease brush is a little too small for this job that we're going to be doing. Always like to use a big fluffy brush for the initial transition colour. Why does that come out so weird? Initial transition colour. So let's go ahead and do this. So I saw like mixed reviews on this because a company or like magazine had like swatched it and made it look so unpigmented, but I dabbed my brush in that once. Look how much has come off. Like, I think that was just a bad swatch because I was so impressed with the pigmentation of this. So we're going to really go for something burnt and blown out. Only seems appropriate with this palette. So I'm just going to be applying this both on each side. Oh my god, if you follow me on my Snapchat, you will have seen that I'm having literally, I feel like everyone is at the moment, the biggest makeup declutter and clear out. I'm being so strict on myself and basically saying like, if I haven't reached for it in the past couple of months, give it away, because I'm obviously not using it, or like I haven't wanted to use it, if that makes sense. So I'm literally gonna have the biggest clear out, so expect a video on a new makeup collection and a decluttering video, and I'm gonna be asking you guys what to do with it, because some stuff has been swatched but then not used, and I feel like you can't really donate that, but I know some of you guys would probably want it. Like, I've literally swatched it one time. So when that video comes, which hopefully will be in the next few weeks, stay tuned for that. Moving on, I'm going to take the colour He Devil. I will use the Urban Decay brush this time. So I'm just taking that colour He Devil, which is definitely more of like a red shade, and just see, how can people slate this already? I'm sorry, I haven't tried the shimmers yet, but the mattes are so pigmented, like really, really. I think even more pigmented than their like old palettes, so I don't know if they've reformulated the formula of their matte shades. But then I'm going to go back in with the fluffy brush after I just placed that down, just buffing it back and forth. So just applying it kind of partway across and blending it in. I haven't watched anyone else's review / tutorials using this palette yet, so if this is a similar look to something someone else has done, I apologise, but I haven't actually seen anything yet. But I don't think that many people have it, so I'm hoping that no one's done the same. I don't even know what I'm going to be doing yet, but let's just hope. I will say though, every colour that I've put on comes out a lot darker than it like appears in the palette. That's not necessarily a bad thing, but just something that I have noticed thus far. Okay, so I think I'm gonna continue with crease colours. I kind of want to try and use as much of this palette as I can so you can guys get like a full impression of the whole palette. So I'm gonna go in with this matte shade here, which is called Cayenne, something like that. Just apply that again into the crease. I'm just using that same Urban Decay brush. I'm just blowing it out. Where are you from if you say out like that? Canada, isn't it? Out and a bite. I feel like it sounds like northern as well or something. As in like in the UK. Oh, I am loving these colours. Thank you. Honestly, I know people might get bored of warm looks, but I feel like that's what everyone prefers. Every eye colour suits these warm shades. Like, my eyes don't really suit cool tones. Like, they just don't bring the colour out. And I feel like with makeup, the whole purpose of it is just to enhance your natural beauty. So I get these comments saying like, oh, I get you want me to do it because you might like them and like you just want to know how to do it and stuff, and that's why I do them. Not as much as you guys might want, but when I do them, they are for you guys. I am such a warm girl every day. Like, yes. Give it to me, naked heat. Okay, now I'm gonna start with some of the lid colours. So I'm gonna take the shade L'Ombre, which is what appears to be like a deep coppery, rosy, goldy. Actually, there's not really a pink undertone to it. It is definitely like a gold. So for brush, I wanna use something like this. This is a MAC 228, and I find these brushes really good in terms of like applying shimmers, so fingers crossed for this one. I'm going to concentrate this mainly on the innermost part of my eye because I do want to use one of the other shimmers like in the middle as the transition. I'm going to zoom you in a little bit now too so you can see. Okay, so it's not as shimmery as I'd like it to be, but it is the colour that you see in the palette. It's just not as like intense as I'd want it to be, I don't think. Which maybe it's the shimmers that have got people like thinking that this whole palette is like not very pigmented. But I think shimmers are the harder eyeshadows to like create the formula for and make them like super intense without them being like foiled shadows and stuff. So it doesn't, the palette never claimed these to be like super intense shimmer shadows, so I guess for what it is, pretty good. Okay, now I'm gonna take the shade Dirty Talk, which is like a really shimmery red, and I'm gonna take just like a short shader brush like this and just apply that in between the crease colours that we put down and then that lid shade, just so it's like one whole gradient going across. Again, on the other one, I think I prefer that red shade, you know, in the middle. I think that looks really pretty and warm, and I love these colours. Can you tell? Yes. Okay, so now to deepen up the crease even more, I'm going to take this purpley shade. This is called En Fuego. And I'm just gonna concentrate this on the outermost part again. Kind of like dragging it out a little bit so it's super blown out. And then I'm gonna go back in with that He Devil and Sourced, which were the two transition colours that we used first, and just use that to diffuse and blend it in. Lovely. Okay, now I'm gonna take a flat shader brush, literally anything with like a flat top. This is the flat definer from Sigma. I'm going to take the darkest matte colour, which is called Ashes, which is slightly more of like a purplier undertone. And I'm going to use this and like press it into the top of my lash line, just to make, one, when I apply lashes, like there's a little something there, and two, just to make this a lot more kind of like sultry and smoky. Also, just a little update if any of you guys care. So I got my gels taken off my fingers the other day and just got regular polish, and they seem to now finally be recovering. So I think it must have been the gel, or just like the whole process of getting the acrylics off just inflamed it. But they're on the road to recovery, guys, so I'm not gonna be ugly fingers anymore. Ooh, I like that. Yay, okay, so now I'm just gonna wipe away underneath my eye, because you can see a little bit of fallout there, so I'm glad that I did keep that powder there. Okay, so to highlight the inner corner, I'm gonna take the paler shade, which is called Ounce, just on a pencil brush, and press that into our inner corners, just to brighten it up so it doesn't look as if we've got black eyes or anything like that. And I always like a bright inner corner when you've got like a blown out look like this. Okay, so the Naked Heat collection actually came with 2 of their 24/7 Glide On eye pencils, and I am going to use both. I'm going to take the more dark purpley shade called Alkaline, and I'm going to run that along my top waterline, if that makes sense, like tight line, that's what I mean. Lovely, lovely. And then I'm gonna take Torch in my waterline. Oh my god, this does like everything for me. It literally makes my eyes pop. I can tell I'm gonna be using this literally every day in my waterline. The formula of them as well is so good. They literally do glide on 24/7. Ooh, oh my god, putting anything in my waterline literally makes my eyes water. Also, apparently I say water really weird. Water. Water? Is that weird? I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to take that He Devil colour and run this along my lower lash line, and this is just going to tie everything together and connect it all and just smoke out that eyeliner. And I think that is everything for eyeshadows. I'm literally obsessed with these colours. Oh my god. And this palette is so, so, so pretty. If you're in the market for a warm toned eyeshadow palette, I definitely would recommend trying to get your hands on it when it comes back in stock. But now to finish off the eyes, I'm going to be applying mascara and lashes. And for mascara, I'm using the Big Shot Colossal Mascara as always. And for lashes, I'm going to take the Lily lashes in the style Luxe, which are winged out, but they are super, super wispy and pretty. So I feel like this is going to really accentuate the look, so I'm just going to do that and I'll show you the finished eyes. So these are the eyes with the lashes on. I mean, they are still drying, but I'm a little pushed for time, so by the time that this finishes, they should be fully complete, like the eyes fully finished. But I love these lashes with it. They're just winged out and they're super fluttery, so you can still see all the drama going on, and I just feel this is such a me eye look. So now let's go back to finishing off the makeup look and go back to the face. Okay, so a new product that I received recently is actually the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzers. I got a bunch of them in that giant PR package. I'm not sure if you guys saw on like loads of people's Snapchats, but I'm only keeping a couple, so they will be part of the decluttering, because obviously I don't need that many bronzers, come on. So I'm just gonna bronze up my skin with this. The smell of these is honestly to die for. It is literally chocolate, and I really like the undertone of them as well. They are quite more on the like orangey side, but for a look like this, where that's kind of what's going on the eyes, I feel like it really ties in together. And that's why sometimes I like to use bronzers in my crease and stuff, because I feel like your bronzer should always tie in with your eye makeup. It just, I feel like it really complements and completes the look. Okay, for blusher, I'm going to use an old favourite this time. This is the Luminoso blusher from Milani, and it is the most beautiful rose gold colour. I just thought I don't really want anything too orangey or too pink to kind of either one, take attention away if it was too orangey, or two, be like another different undertone going on my face. So I thought this is a really gorgeous just flush of rose gold, and it has a really pretty shimmer to it too. And for highlight, again, another old favourite, it is the Sleek Highlighting Palette, not Cleopatra's Kiss, but it is the original Solstice one. And I'm fucking out. And I'm just gonna take this colour here and then maybe a tiny bit of that one on the top just to make it extra poppin'. I feel like being like DJ Khaled, you know, if you guys have him on Snapchat and he's always like to his son, yes boy, yes boy, yes boy, yes boy. So yeah, I'm just gonna take a little bit of more of that yellowy colour and just on the top, just apply that anywhere you wanna bring out a bit more. Yay! Now onto the lip. I was going to use the new Urban Decay liquid lipsticks, but I feel like I would rather use one of them on a more simple eye look. So maybe let me know if you want to see, maybe with that palette, a more simple eye look, and then with those kind of bright, reddy, orangey lips. So I am going to go ahead and do a nude so I don't draw any attention away, but I am using some nude products, which I feel like you guys might be interested in if you are a nude gloss and lipstick lover like me. So I am going to go ahead and line my lips just using a stripped down pencil from MAC, just because I feel like this goes with every nude ever. Also a really good pencil if you like to overline your lips because it's of a cooler tone. This and Oak, both from MAC, are like my favourites for doing that. But for the liquid lipstick, I wanted the nude to be more of like a warmer kind of, warmer nude. So I'm going to be using the Huda Beauty liquid lipstick in the shade Crush. So it's a lot more of like a warmer, peachier undertone. Love this colour, and I love the formula of the Huda Beauty liquid lipsticks. You just have to wait for them to like dry a bit, but I feel like if they dry instantly, that's when they're like really sticky and flaky, and that's not a good liquid lipstick. So let's hurry up and get this dry, because we are going to be applying a gloss, only because I really wanted to try this out and show you guys, because a lot of you saw that I had it and wanted to see what it looked like. And it is the I Love Sarahi Colourpop Ultra Glossy Lip in Curvy. Oh my god, I literally am obsessed with this. Literally matches this liquid lipstick to the T. Oh my god, I think I've literally just found my new nude, my favourite new nude combo. You know what I mean? Oh my god, this is literally one of my fave looks, and you're all gonna be like, you do it all the time, and I'm like, I know, but that's because they're my fave. But all the kind of products that well, the foundation that I used definitely, it was quite a matte finish foundation, and setting it all with powder, the bronzer was matte as well. So I'm gonna go in and use the NYX Dewy Finishing Mist just to set everything in place and kind of make everything appear a bit more like not so matte on my face. That was so nice and refreshing. So this is the finished makeup look. So I'm actually, like I said, I'm really impressed with the kind of crease colours of the palette. I mean, the shimmers could be a little bit more shimmery, maybe more of like a foil texture, but I still think that they translated just as stunning on the eyes. If you have blue or green eyes, and to be fair, any eye colour, I feel like this palette is perfect for you. So I am so excited for it to be able to come out officially and for everyone to be able to get their hands on it, because honestly, it is going to be one of my go-to palettes from now on. So this was the obviously finished tutorial. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video and found this kind of an interesting review and first impressions of the palette and a look that you might want to create with it if you're able to get it. Definitely make sure to give this video a thumbs up and comment. You guys have no idea how much that means to me. Your interaction and support means more to me than you will ever know. And if you liked this video, then just literally let me know by giving it a thumbs up or a comment. Honestly, it takes 2 seconds, and it honestly just makes my whole world go round. Also, make sure to subscribe and have your notifications on. I've been being told recently people aren't being notified when my videos go up. So when you do click the notifications bell, make sure that you are clicking always, because sometimes it says like sometimes or something, and it's like, why would you subscribe to me if you only sometimes want to be notified? Weird. So definitely make sure that it says always. But yes, thank you guys so much. I can't wait to see you in my next video, and until then, I will see you soon. Bye!